In wartime, much planning is given to understanding your enemy, his tactics, and the routes he could take to get to you. For the Christian, although the war has been hidden from our eyes and is fought in an unseen realm, we still need to have that connection to the Holy Spirit in order to resist the attacks of demonic spirits. No one understands that connection better than Roger Marneau, an occult defector that became a Christian. Roger reveals that this demonic agenda is far more organized than anyone could have ever thought, as he recounts a meeting between demonic spirits in the 1700s about our present day.
At the beginning of the 1700s, said the high priest, Satan and all the spirit counselors held a great general council. And by the time the council came to a close, they had three major policies that were going to be followed. First, they were to see to it that humans would be made to believe that Satan and his angels do not really exist. The second one was to find a way of being able to get total control of people's minds. And that would be done by taking hypnotism out of the realm of the occult and introduce it as a new science for the benefit of mankind. They could then use people of great renown, educators, people of capacity.
The third point was what?
Was to destroy the Bible without burning it.
Okay.
See?
And what was his strategy on that?
On that Satan would tutor Charles Darwin personally in setting up the principles of his theories of evolution.
Sure enough, shortly after the 1700s, much superstition dissipated and the spiritual realm veiled itself from the physical realm. Ghosts became a campfire fairy tale. Breaking a mirror or walking under a ladder was no longer bad luck. Rabbit's feet and black cats were a thing of the past. Fear of the 13th floor dissipated, and Friday the 13th became a movie. So effective was the veiling of the spiritual realm that people began to think if there was no evidence of evil spiritual pranksters, there also must be no God.
It's hard to provide evidence for a God that you can't see or detect.
This paved the way for Darwin's teachings of evolution to begin to convince the most educated of the theory that would replace creationism. Thus, the first and the third policy were set in motion. But what about this idea of mind control through hypnosis? Since we don't see large portions of society entering into hypnotic clinics, perhaps the meaning of hypnosis has changed, and the hypnotist has come into our homes in the form of something we love. James Guinta says,
music is hypnotic. While you're listening, you'll hear everything I'm saying. You'll be awake. Hypnosis is not sleep. And it's not necessary to quack like a duck or bark like a dog. You'll remain completely in control of yourself, I guarantee you. Simply listening to the music causes changes in your body.
A significant portion of entertainment media produces a trance-like state, and the soft yet repetitive suggestions slowly change society through their sometimes subtle political, spiritual, and social justices. This is the form of hypnosis that Satan was planning to use to change society. A popular mythology among recording artists is the legend of the crossroads and the power it brings to them as an artist.
You hear those stories about the bluesmen that go out to the crossroads and sell their soul to the devil and come back all of a sudden able to do stuff. Robert Johnson, Tommy Johnson, that whole mythology was one of those kind of deals almost. When he left Minneapolis, he was just average. You know, there was 5, 6 other guys doing the same thing. When he came back, he's doing Woody and he was doing Van Ronk and he was finger picking. He was playing cross harp, and this is a matter of a couple of months.
That's when I went to the crossroads and made a big deal. You know, like, yeah. One night, and then went back to Minneapolis, and I was like, hey, where's this guy been? You know, You've been to the crossroads.
Why do you still do it? Why are you still out here?
Well, it goes back to the destiny thing. I mean, I made a bargain with it, you know, a long time ago, and I'm holding up my end.
What was your bargain?
To get where I am now.
Should I ask who you made the bargain with?
with you know, with the chief commander.
On this earth?
And on this earth, and then in a world we can't see.
Do what you want.
Do what you wanna do. You can do what you wanna do.
But I can do anything that I want to. I can pursue any kind of lustful desires that I might feel. I can engage in any activities that are so-called sinful activities and not really worry about any ecumenical councils making it right for me to do these things.
Living for, as I've said, all of the earthly and carnal pleasures.
A satanic world is a world reborn in purity, a world where the instinct and the intellect will be complementary to one another rather than being at odds with one another.
Now, if a Christian said to you, you were just really worshiping yourself, what would you say?
In a sense, they would be right. It is a form of self-worship.
If it's my hot body, I'll do what I want. I don't go to school and I kill people. Whatever, I'll do what I want.
So you can do what you wanna do.
In America, Satanism is sensationalized and kind of misunderstood, and people associate it with worshiping the devil and things like that. But it's really a philosophy about individuality and self-preservation. It's about, being your own God.
As you can see, the Bible declares it, Satanists divulge it, occult defectors expose it, and recording artists reveal it. There is no doubt in anyone's mind that the true goal of these angelic defectors is to cause people to do what they want instead of relying on Christ to keep a cosmic set of celestial rules in their life that ultimately creates a loving and harmonious universe for themselves and others, but not by our works, by letting Jesus work in us and through us. For he that began a good work in us will finish it.